It ain't broke, don't fix it. Sorry if I ruined that tonight. Yes, namely with my dance moves. Sean, thank you. And then also with Naomi and all the speeches aimed at Naomi, it seems like I have my work cut out for me. What an adventure and what a joy. Thank you so much for saying yes to me. It's almost 9 o'clock. We were supposed to cut the cake about 40 minutes ago. And so I will welcome everyone else who has come back from supper. Love you. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm just going to try and blitz through this. I won't do anything spontaneous. And I'm just going to try my best to read from this as much as I can. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm the groom. From my last time speaking in a mic, let's try and cry a little bit less, you know? So I'm trying to keep this a little bit more upbeat. I don't really know where to start. I guess... at the notes. It's bad in the notes when you say I don't know where to start. Anyways, I guess we'll start with thank yous. There's way too many people to say thank you to say out loud. You know the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child. This isn't a pregnancy announcement. But I've found that phrase is very applicable also to planning a wedding. It takes way more people than I ever thought that it would to pull together a wedding. So I have so many thank yous. First, I want to say thank you to the inanimate object of the oval, and thanks, and to the oval community more. It's a significant place, as you've heard. It's where Naomi's parents got engaged. It's where Naomi grew up. It's where we've both lived and worked for the last 2 years. But honestly, it's more than just a piece of land where cool things happen. It's an incredible community of amazing people. And it's a place where we have both been championed as leaders and individuals and as a couple to be all that God has called us to be. Countless people have helped make this day happen. And not only just this day, but the fact that we're getting married. As Sean said, I've called and talked to many people when we've gone through some tough times or, gotten in arguments and things like that. And it is the counsel and the support of people from the Oval and my friends that have made this day a reality. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been a part of that. There's a couple people specifically John has already shouted out, Lynn and Marty. Thank you guys so much. Not only just for allowing us to have a reception back here, but also just for praying for us, championing us as leaders, for consistently being a voice of support and reason. Lynn, especially, I've treasured your friendship and your mentorship. It has been one of the greatest gifts of moving to England, so thank you for that. And then I also want to shout out Beth and Jonas Hugren.
Yeah!
Can we all stand up and applaud them? They honestly have been remarkable.
Yay!
Yes, amen. All right. Beth has been our wedding coordinator, and she has just tirelessly worked to make this day a reality. So thank you so much. I want you in my life forever, just to do all of the admin tasks. I don't want to burden my wife with. We've also been renovating an apartment for the last month, and Jonas has been a gift from God. And he is such an exceptional man and so skilled at what he does, and he's just served us so tirelessly. And he's done it with so much joy, and he's helped make our apartment and first home just beautiful. So thank you guys so much. Today is so much because of your effort. We really appreciate it. We're so blessed by you guys. All right, the next thank you is to you guys, our guests. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone here and all that signifies. You guys are probably here just to have a free meal. I get that. But I like to be optimistic and assume that also means that you're going to support us and pray for us and be friends with us for a while, take my side in arguments, those sorts of things. But so thank you guys so much for being here and all that signifies. We want to thank you guys for your support, your presence, your gifts, your love and joy, your gifts, and a lot of your guys' sacrifices in being here. People have given resources, time, and energy to be here today, and we don't take any of that lightly. So whether you've traveled from across the oval or from across the globe, thank you so much for being here. From the bottom of our hearts, Naomi, and I love you, and we appreciate you. Next, I want to say thank you to my groomsmen. Yes. To my groomsmen, thank you guys so much for, as this language has been said already, putting up with me. And well done for getting rid of me now. I think it's about time you guys deserve a break, maybe a pay raise, and maybe you can start writing the user manual for dealing with me that you can gift to Naomi as a wedding gift. I met you all in different seasons of life, and you guys each became so dear to me, and yet you guys have all become intertwined with one another's lives. Sean and Dylan, I met you guys when I was in 3rd and 4th grade. Wesley, I met you when I was like 15 or 16 years old. Simon, 3 years ago, but oh my gosh, have you made your way into my life. Torin as well, when I came out to Kona like 6 years ago. Just such sweet seasons for each one of you guys. So thank you so much for not only loving me, but just joyfully accepting one another and the fact that we're all kind of like a package deal. And you're like, oh, you like him? All right, I guess we'll like each other. That sort of thing. I cherish our bonds and our friendships like nearly nothing else. I want to thank each one of you and honor each one of you for helping shape who I am, for helping point me to Jesus in my lowest moments and celebrate alongside me in my highest ones. You guys have each played a pivotal role in helping me become the man that Naomi now knows me as and will have for the rest of her life. So thank you guys, really genuinely. I love you all. Next, I want to thank the Peachies. Can we get a round of applause to the Peachies? Again, just another 2 people that have just made this day become a reality. I don't think we would be sitting here if it wasn't for the Peachies. Yeah, like that's very obvious on a biological level. I mean, over the last 2 years, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Peachies. Thank you guys so much for raising the most remarkable and beautiful woman that I know. I've learned so much from the 2 of you, and I can't begin to put into words how deeply I appreciate you both. John, since the loss of my dad, you have been the most warm and nurturing father figure I've had. I appreciate all the things you do intentionally and unintentionally to make me feel seen, encouraged, and accepted as one of your own children. Susie, I'm consistently blown away by your relatability, by your intentionality, your desire to make people feel wanted, and your epic ability to make every day a party and or an adventure. I'm hoping that rubs off on Naomi, and I really like having fun. When Naomi tells me about growing up, I'll often hear about the most fun and creative activities, and they're often by your doing. And so I admire you both as a couple, and I pray that our marriage and our family can be half as good as yours. You guys have a remarkable family. My whole perception of family, of having siblings, I'm an only child for the most part. It's a bit of a complicated story. That sounds dark. What happened to you? I've learned so much, and I admire the Peachy family, how close you guys are as siblings and how open and vulnerable you are with one another. It can be intimidating sometimes, but I love it, and I hope to lean into it more and I love you all already, and I hope to grow.
Part of it now.
Yeah, I'm in. Yep. We're gonna go after the reception and share our deepest, darkest secrets. That's what they. If you've ever been to a dinner at the Peaches, that's what they do. So thank you, the entire family. Thank you guys so much, but John and Susie especially. I'm honored to be a part of the Peachy clan now. And finally, before I start blasting my new wife with praise, I want to thank my mom and my stepdad. I'll start with Tim. Tim, I've only known you for about a year. You came into my life at a really hard time when I was losing my father. And I had no clue that you were then going to become my stepdad. But from the get-go, you shared your life with me so openly. You shared all about how Jesus transformed your own life. You were so vulnerable and welcoming from the very beginning. Your authenticity with me has built nothing but respect for you in my eyes. You're an encouragement to every person you encounter. And I've never seen my mom treated with so much honor, dignity, or affection. I can't say thank you enough. It fills me with so much joy to see her as happy as she is. I love you and I trust you. So thank you for everything. And my mother, I know you're prone to forgetting it, so I'm going to say it out loud in front of all of our friends and family. You are my hero. Can we get a round of applause for Tina? You're my hero, Mom. I admire you with my whole heart, and there is no one on earth that I am more proud of than you. You have tasted some of the sourest lemons that life has to offer, and you have seen some of the nastiest sides of people. Yet you have conquered circumstance after circumstance after circumstance with contagious joy, and have willingly chosen to see and choose the best in people. I know no other person with as much strength as you. You are my biggest supporter, my greatest encourager. You are single-handedly responsible for molding me into the absolutely wonderful and charming man that I am today. I'm humble. I'm good-looking. Any other good adjectives? Shout them out. All right. I could go on for ages about the incredible man I am because of you. And the incredible woman that you are. But I simply want to say that I'm proud to call you my mother. And more importantly, I'm proud to call you my friend. Thank you for being who you are. And thank you for being in my life. I love you, Mom. And let's land this plane. Naomi Dahl. We love to hear it. Where do I even begin to talk about the loveliest person I've ever met? Aww. It seems as if there is no real place to start and there's no real place to end. You have celebrated my strengths, challenged my weaknesses, put up with my shenanigans, pushed me to the feet of Jesus time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. And that's just some of the few reasons why I am so in love with you and have chosen you, and you have chosen me to do this thing called life together. I'm so honored that you would choose me. And I love you with my whole heart. You are driven, you are intelligent, you are capable. We've traveled to a few different continents at this point, leading others, organizing events. And let me tell you, it's very hard, but Naomi does it seamlessly. Whenever I feel out of my depth, I'm so settled knowing that you're around. I feel very honored to have a new personal assistant. She's like Michael. No, that's not a good joke. Not a good joke. Naomi, you are just so much more apt than me, and I am so honored that you would allow me to be by your side because you are such a capable woman, and you are such a high caliber woman, and so I think so highly of you, and it is my greatest honor to do the next 70 years of life with you. Who knows? Maybe. Will I make it to 94? Maybe I'll be a cyborg by then. Technology is crazy. It's 2022. I could be Lily's sister. Another bad joke. Yeah, we're gonna land the plane now. Naomi, on top of being capable, driven, and intelligent, you are funny and silly and goofy, and not as many people as I would like to get to see that side of you. And I hope to draw it out more, because it's such a great side of you. You are my best friend. Sorry, Sean. Sorry, Dylan. You are my favorite person to do life with, because you accept me and encourage me in my goofiness. All right, maybe not always encourage me in my goofiness. At appropriate times, you encourage me in my goofiness. But you accept me for who I am. You encourage me to be that goofy man that I am. And I love to see you be that alongside me on top of all those other things. And so you really are my best friend. You're so fun to be around, and I love doing the most mundane things with you. You are gracious and kind. There are so many times where she, as I said, has just put up with my shenanigans. And she's done it with such grace and such kindness. For instance, when we got engaged, there was 98-mile-per-hour winds and hail, and we got engaged outdoors. And 3 people died that day in England. Pour some out for the boys. It was just took so much grace and so much kindness to not just foil my plans. I had spent all morning setting up lights in the orchard in this 98-mile-per-hour wind and hail with my dear friend Simon Hales and my other dear friend Tiago. Absolute legends. I would never do that for anyone. You guys are better men than I. And so I'd spent all day doing that. And as the evening came around, I had the great idea to suggest to Naomi that we should go for a walk. And she was like, God, why would we go for a walk right now? This is probably the worst day of the year to go for a walk. And it just took the grace of Jesus Christ and the kindness of the Lord really manifested in that moment. And she decided to go for a walk with me. The rest is history. And so your grace and your kindness abounds. You make life beautiful. Your perception of creation and the creatures that dwell in it is incredible. Sorry to call you guys creatures, but just a C and a C, you know. It's kind of your perception of creation and the people who dwell in it is incredible. You see the best in people and you help them achieve that, which is why you diagnose so many people with their personalities.
Seriously.
And you turn the mundane into the magical and the mysterious. I remember one of our first dates, we walked through Rothampton Park and we just stood for like 10 minutes looking at a field. And I was like, this is a cool field. And you were just like looking at it, you're like, but no, that's what makes it beautiful. And that's what makes it beautiful. And I was like, a field. And you were like, no, that is what makes it beautiful. And just your eye for life has been contagious for me, and I've fallen more in love with the Creator and His creation by spending time with you, and that's just something that you do so naturally, and I love that about you. You balance me, and you challenge me. You make me a better man and a more steadfast follower of Jesus and a happier individual all around. I'm so thankful for your presence in my life. My 2 last things are 2 quotes by 2 incredible men. One is my father, and the other is Dietrich Bonhoeffer. As I said, I would mention. My dad, when I was born, there's this little book that it's kind of weird. There's like hair. It's like my hair from being a little kid is in there. It was like my teeth, like when my baby teeth fell out. They're stored in this book. I find that weird. My mom just has my teeth in the closet somewhere. Anyways, when I was home last time, I was looking through this baby book, and I was looking at these pictures of me as a kid, and the cheesy little things that the book says. But there was a letter from my mommy and a letter from my daddy. And the last thing that my dad says in his letter, he says, is, "My wish for you is that when you grow up, you find someone to love and make your life complete as your mom has done for me." And there's no better words to describe what you have and are doing in my life. You balance me. So in other words, you are sort of completing the incomplete version of myself as we follow Jesus and as we look to establish his kingdom on earth. And you are so easy to love. Difficult sometimes, but overall you're so easy to love. And it's such a joy and an honor to be loved by you. The last quote by Dietrich Bonhoeffer, it was a letter to his fiancée from prison. And again, another complicated long story as to why he's in prison. There's a book called Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Martyr, Prophet, Spy. You should read it if you want to hear the story. And in this letter, he says, "Our marriage must be a yes to God's earth. It must strengthen our resolve to do and accomplish something on earth. I fear that Christians who venture to stand on earth on only one leg will stand in heaven on only one leg too." And I love that is what our union is unto. It's accomplishing things on earth driven by the love of God. And I am thankful and honored to be trusted by you and with you. You're truly the loveliest woman I know, and life is about to get a whole lot better now that I get to spend more time with you. So guys, can we raise a glass to Naomi Peachy?